Hello and welcome to my fairy tale channel. Tonight I'll tell you a little story from Hans Christian Andersen, the famous writer of Denmark. And he has written a couple of beautiful fairy tales, and one of those is this one, The Princess and the Pea. Once upon a time there was a young prince, very handsome, very smart, very charming, and he wanted to get married. But his bride should be a real princess. So he traveled around his country, other countries. He traveled the whole world without finding a real princess. Of course, there were plenty of princesses, beautiful young girls, very nice and very well educated and beautiful to look at. But there was always something missing, always something wrong. So he couldn't find a real princess. And after his long journey, returned back home, very disappointed and sad, because he thought he would never ever find a real princess to get married to. One night there was a terrible thunderstorm with rain pouring and lightning and thunder. It was a terrible, terrible weather when it knocked on the castle's gate. And the king himself went down to open. And outside stood a young girl, completely wet, pouring in the rain. So her hair, her dress, her shoes, everything was wet. And she looked very, very poor. But she said, "I am a real princess." So the king let her in, and the old queen said, "You are a real princess. Well, we'll find out." And she prepared a bed for the real princess. She put a pea on the bottom and then added 20 mattresses on top. And on those 20 mattresses, 20 eider-down feather beds. And on top of those, the young girl should sleep. And the next morning, the queen came and said, "Hey, good morning. How was your night? Did you sleep well?" "Oh, no," said the girl. "Oh, that was terrible. There is something hard in my bed. My back is blue and black, and oh, that was so painful. I couldn't close an eye. I didn't sleep for a single minute. It was terrible." Now, the queen knew this is a real princess. And the prince and her got married, and after the old king's death, they became queen and king. And they ruled the country very wisely, and the people loved them. And this pea was brought into a museum where you still can look at it, if not somebody might have stolen it. Yeah, a real princess. What is a real princess? Obviously, it's not enough to be the daughter of a king and queen. The real princess is the princess in her heart. Because this girl was so sensitive that she could feel a pea, a tiny pea, under 20 mattresses and 20 eider-down beds, and she was still not able to sleep on these layers. So this means she really could feel what most people would not be able to feel. And this makes a real princess, a princess from the heart.